she invites Selena. So I was like, well, let me go speak to Tamara. I get paid to speak to all the bells, to get paid to bust it down with these bells, not the other ladies in the room. So I was gonna just bypass her. And she just I didn't know why at this point she really wanted to have a conversation since the camera was here. She didn't want to have a conversation at the baby shower because she was all over the place. But all of a sudden, we got lights, camera, action. Let's have a conversation with Gucci. You never said these many sentences, these many words to me anyway.
Reality TV just got a whole lot messier. And this time, it's not about on-screen drama, it's about real-life consequences. SoGucci Williams, one of the standout stars of Belle Collective, has sent a legal notice to Carlos King, the producer behind some of the most talked-about reality shows. Now, if you're wondering why things escalated this far, let's break it down. So Gucci has been vocal about her frustrations with the way she was portrayed on the show and, more importantly, how her personal life was handled without her consent. The breaking point was when Carlos King allegedly blindsided her by bringing her husband's ex-wife, Selena Johnson, onto the show without any warning. According to SoGucci, this unexpected move caused serious emotional distress for her family. She believes it wasn't just entertainment, it was mistreatment, and to make matters worse, she claims that Carlos never gave her a heads up about Selena's involvement. This legal notice isn't just a personal fight for SoGucci, it's sparking a much-needed conversation about boundaries in reality TV and whether producers like Carlos King are crossing ethical lines. And here's the wild part, SoGucci might not be the only one thinking about taking legal action against him. There are whispers that other former cast members are considering following in her footsteps.
I met some raindrops. Come here. What did you say to me?
We love him.
You love me?
You gave us some good reality TV.
I
Yes.
know, because in real life, people love me.
Yes, we do.
Y'all can't believe everything y'all hear about on social media.
Nope.
I'm out here doing my big one. In real life, people love me. So I love you too.
Carlos King is a powerhouse in the world of reality TV. If you've ever watched shows like Belle Collective or Love and Marriage Huntsville, you've seen his magic at work. But while fans may love the drama, cast members don't always feel the same way. Behind the glitz and ratings, tensions can run high. And now it looks like Carlos is facing one of his biggest off-screen battles. So Gucci Williams, a fan favorite from Belle Collective, has had enough. She recently dropped a legal notice on Carlos King, citing serious grievances about her treatment on the show. At the center of the controversy is an incident involving Selena Johnson, who just so happens to be SoGucci's husband's ex-wife. Here's what went down. According to SoGucci, she was blindsided when Selena was brought onto the show without any prior warning. Imagine going to work thinking it's just another day filming, and suddenly you're face to face with someone from your partner's past. Cameras are rolling, emotions are raw, and the pressure is intense. SoGucci claims that this ambush wasn't just awkward, it was very upsetting. But it doesn't end there. The incident took a serious emotional toll on SoGucci and her family. She has expressed how the unexpected encounter created friction in her marriage and created stress for their household. In her eyes, this wasn't just a typical reality TV setup, it was a breach of trust, and she holds Carlos King responsible for orchestrating the entire thing. What makes this situation even more explosive is SoGucci's belief that Carlos crossed a major line by not giving her a heads up about Selena's involvement. For many cast members, there's an understanding that reality TV comes with its fair share of drama. But there's also an expectation that producers will respect certain boundaries, especially when it comes to family matters. By allegedly blindsiding her, Carlos broke that unspoken agreement, according to SoGucci. This legal notice isn't just about one awkward on-screen moment, it's about how much control cast members have over their personal narratives on these shows. SoGucci is sending a clear message. She's not okay with being manipulated for the sake of entertainment, and she's ready to fight back. And here's where things get even more interesting. There are whispers that SoGucci might not be the only cast member considering legal action. Some reports suggest that other former cast members have grievances of their own and are watching this situation closely. If they decide to follow in her footsteps, it could spell major trouble for Carlos King and shake up the reality TV industry in a big way. But here's where it gets even more shocking. This isn't just about one awkward on-screen moment. SoGucci believes Carlos King crossed a serious line, and she's not staying silent.
Listen, everybody, behind me is Carlos King, okay? A producer of reality TV on the OWN network. And the fans are pissed with him. I mean pissed, okay? They started a petition. They want him removed from his duties over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, you know what? I'm not one for the cancel culture. And I don't think that toxic reality TV started and nor will it end with Carlos King. But what are your feelings? Do you think that Carlos King should be canceled? Do you think he should be removed from producing Love and Marriage Huntsville? Do you think all the toxic behavior that we see on that show starts, ends, and begins with Carlos King? Let me know your thoughts, everybody. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, chat with me in the comments, and I will check back. Cancel or not cancel Carlos King?
When SoGucci Williams dropped that legal bombshell, it set social media on fire. Fans were quick to weigh in, and their reactions were crazy. But one thing was clear, people were talking. Many viewers expressed support for SoGucci, praising her for standing up to a system that often prioritizes drama over cast members. A person commented saying, "SoGucci did the right thing, reality TV shouldn't come at the expense of someone's mental health." Another one added, "It's about time someone held these producers accountable. They think they can manipulate people's lives for ratings without consequences." On the flip side, there were fans who questioned whether SoGucci might be overreacting. Some argued that reality TV is, well, reality TV. Drama is part of the job, and cast members know what they're signing up for. Still, there was growing concern about Carlos King's alleged handling of cast situations. What really fueled the backlash was how Carlos and his production team treated their stars. Some longtime fans started connecting the dots, recalling other instances where cast members seemed blindsided or emotionally manipulated on camera. And believe it or not, SoGucci isn't the only one who feels betrayed. Melody Holt knows firsthand what it's like to be caught in the crossfire of Carlos King's production decisions. Melody has been vocal about her issues with the way the show handles sensitive situations. But things reached a boiling point during the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion when an explosive scene involving Destiny Payton made it to air unedited. In that scene, Destiny made an allegation that Melody was not prepared for. The situation was tense, raw, and messy, and viewers saw every uncomfortable second. According to Melody, the decision to air that scene without giving her a chance to address or prepare for it was a deliberate move to damage her reputation. She felt blindsided and betrayed, much like SoGucci. What was supposed to be a platform to showcase her journey and growth instead turned into a space where she felt humiliated and misrepresented. Melody's claims only added fuel to the fire. Fans who had initially dismissed SoGucci's grievances began to wonder if there was a pattern here. Was this just the way Carlos King ran his shows, or were there some issues at play? And just when you think it couldn't get worse, whispers of even more lawsuits started circulating because SoGucci and Melody might not be the only ones ready to fight back.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real on this podcast today because I am pissed. Robin admitting that she hid her story from the world on the show that pays you is a slap in the face to everyone involved, including the audience. And the fact that you have the audacity to go on your podcast to reveal this. We spent this entire half-assed season with these made-up storylines about Chris Bassett. And yes, I'm gonna say made up because I allegedly was told that a few of the housewives had a meeting before filming about what the storyline was going to be, and that this Chris Bassett stuff was part of that conversation. I've always said there was something off about this season, and now I know what it is. None of y'all are living your real lives.
As the dust from SoGucci Williams's and Melody Holt's allegations starts to settle, industry whispers are getting louder. Former cast members from other Carlos King productions have begun sharing their experiences, and the stories sound eerily similar. These accounts are painting a troubling picture. one where reality TV magic is allegedly created at the expense of genuine human emotions and trust. Some cast members claim they were misled about what storylines would be covered. They were promised one thing off-camera only to be blindsided during filming. Others mentioned being coerced into confrontations they weren't comfortable with. One former participant even recalled being pushed to address sensitive family matters on screen without prior warning. The pressure to deliver dramatic moments was reportedly intense, leaving little room for boundaries or mental health considerations. And then there's the editing. Former cast members across different shows have claimed that editing decisions distorted the truth of what really happened. Conversations were allegedly cut and spliced to create narratives that didn't exist. Relationships were painted as volatile when they weren't, and personal victories were sometimes overshadowed by manufactured drama. These accusations, when taken together, suggest a pattern, a formula that Carlos King and his production team may have relied on to keep audiences hooked. But now, with these allegations coming to light, that formula is under serious scrutiny. So what happens if SoGucci, Melody, and possibly other cast members decide to pursue legal action? Well, things could get messy. First off, there's the potential for breach of contract claims. If cast members were misled about the nature of their participation, or if sensitive personal matters were aired without consent, that could be a major legal issue. And if contracts were found to be unfair or exploitative, it might open the door for even more lawsuits. Then there's the issue of emotional distress. Reality TV thrives on conflict, but there's a line between manufactured drama and genuine harm. If cast members can prove that they were emotionally or psychologically manipulated, that could be grounds for damages, and the fallout wouldn't stop with legal consequences. Carlos King's reputation as a powerhouse in the reality TV world could take a significant hit. Networks might start reconsidering their partnerships with him if these allegations gain traction. Advertisers, who typically want to stay far away from controversy, could pull their support. Even viewers, who are increasingly critical of unethical practices in media, might start tuning out. But here's the kicker. If these legal battles expose deeper industry-wide practices, it could change the entire landscape of reality television. Production companies might be forced to adopt stricter ethical guidelines, cast members could gain more control over their narratives, and audiences might finally get to see reality TV that doesn't rely on exploiting people's personal lives for entertainment. And if you think that's the end of it, hold on, because there's one final twist that could change the game completely.
Happy Sunday, Raindrops. The word of the day is stop living in the past. The past is in the rearview mirror of your life. If you look at where you want to go, look at the windshield.
As if things weren't already wild enough, a former producer from one of Carlos King's top shows recently spilled some serious tea. According to this insider, manipulation was practically part of the production playbook. The producer revealed that cast members were often set up with false information to spark heated confrontations. In some cases, they were fed lies about what their co-stars had allegedly said behind their backs. One shocking claim was that cast schedules were deliberately manipulated to create moments of chaos, like surprise encounters with people they had beef with. The producer allegedly stated, "It was never about just following the natural drama. We had a hand in creating it, plain and simple." These behind-the-scenes revelations paint a picture of an industry willing to push boundaries to keep ratings high. But now, the spotlight isn't on the cast, it's on the people pulling the strings. Now, with these shocking revelations coming to light, the big question is not just about legal battles, it's about the future of reality TV itself. What do you guys think? Is this the beginning of the end for Carlos King, or will he find a way to bounce back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're here for more juicy updates on Hollywood's hidden drama, make sure to like, share, and hit that notification bell.